Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be going over the new Waso Shiseido skincare line. I don't have everything in this line, but I have been trying everything out for the last couple of days, and I might have to get everything in the line because I am so obsessed with everything. But I wanted to go over all of the products with you guys. So if you're interested in this collection, then please keep on watching. These are all kind of millennial inspired skincare lines. It's all good for pores, dryness, uneven texture, oiliness, lots of common problems for millennials, which I believe is like 20s, 30s. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. So I have 4 products right now. They're all around $30 to $40. There are some that are online exclusive and there's some that are in store. I got all the ones that were in store next to my Sephora. So I'm gonna go over everything. So there's the Clear Mega-Hydrating Cream, which is a moisturizer or a hydrating moisturizer. It's $40 and it is kind of this gel texture. And y'all, if you think this box is cute, look at this. Look at this cuteness. It's like a little freaking purse. Who will not like this? This is insane. But I'll do a whole little demo of everything, but it's all like this jelly. I have used a bit of it, but it's all this like jelly, jiggly moisturizer, but it's supposed to help with moisturizing the skin for 24 hours. It can be used underneath makeup and over makeup. I haven't tried it over makeup because I don't really know how you would go about doing that, but it helps with smoothing out the pores and texture. And I've used this, I want to say like 7 or 8 times so far, and I really like this. It's not super heavy and it's not so light that it's like water. It's kind of like, I don't really know how to explain it. It's gel, but then it feels like a primer as you rub it in, and it just smooths out everything. So this is $40, by the way, and it has 1.8 ounces. So that's a little bit more than like a standard foundation. $40, I think that's a decent price, especially for Shiseido. Shiseido normally has pretty expensive skincare, so I like this. Next up is the cleanser. I've used this about 3 times so far. It's really interesting. It has a lot of honey in it, so you have to keep it kind of in a warmer environment, otherwise it gets really thick. It's interesting, but it's a gentle, quick, gentle cleanser. And let me show you the box for this one. Also, all the box has like the main ingredient on the top. So this one is carrots on the top, and then this one is honeycomb. But this one is $30 and it has that same kind of like design on it, but they're all different colors. And this is 5 fluid ounces for $30. And you don't need a lot of this cleanser at all. And it also has a cute little like ring thing on it. Everything in the line does. And I don't really know like its exact purpose for this. It might be easier to pop it open, but I don't know. But this helps with pores. It's oil-free, alcohol-free. It's supposed to kind of lather up without water, and then you're supposed to rinse it off with water. It's also supposed to be non-stripping. It's supposed to leave your skin soft, cleansed, and hydrated is the best way to explain the purpose of this, and I'll also show you this later on. But for all the people who just want to like kind of a run through everything, then this is it. The next thing is one of my favorites. This is what kind of pushed me to buy everything. I've used this twice, but it's the Waso Shiseido Purifying Peel Off Mask, and this is the most amazing color of a peel off mask. I'm not gonna squeeze it out just yet because I'm gonna put it on later, but it's this kind of pinky rose gold magenta color. It's magical, okay? I love this. But this purifying mask is $32. It's supposed to help to remove impurities. It has that same kind of design to it. Pores, dullness, texture, evening out your skin tone, brightening, and this is 3.7 ounces for $32. Everything matches. And the lastly, I've used this about 3 times now, and I'm so obsessed with this. I don't know what it is, but this, when I put it on for the first time, I was like, are you freaking serious? Like, my skin was so hydrated and smooth that I was like, what is my face right now? Like, this is unbelievable. Okay, so this is the Shiseido Color Smart Day Moisturizer. It's oil-free, broad spectrum 30 SPF, and this is $40, and it is 1.9 ounces, so that is more than a standard foundation. Standard foundations are like 1 ounces. So for example, my Smashbox Studio Skin foundation is 1 fluid ounce, and this is 1.9, so I can kind of justify paying a little bit more for a tinted moisturizer because there's a little bit more, and it's also Shiseido, and it makes my skin feel really smooth. So I do like this because it helps to really smooth out your skin's texture. I do have a bit of pores in my cheeks. I do get a ton of blackheads on my nose, on my chin, in between my eyebrows. So this helps with mattifying, hydrating. It is a really light tinted moisturizer, and it has the SPF in it, so it's great for going out in the sun. Don't want a lot on your face. So let's get into trying this on. I'm first gonna do the face mask, and then I'm gonna peel the face mask off and wash my face. But I wanted to show you guys this face mask. It is so freaking magical. Also, I just recently toned my hair, and I used a bunch of leftover color, well, my permanent color, and it made it this super interesting like honey blonde with like a little bit of like a purpley beige color. Don't ask me what I used, because I used like 3 different colors, and it was like the last little bit of it, and it hardly fit all over my head, but whatever. So the one thing that I found with this is that the first time I used it, it was a mess. It was a mess. So it's kind of hard to squeeze it out of the tube because it's pretty thick. So what I've been doing is using a brush. This is just an old Morphe S3 brush. I don't use this for foundation or anything. So you just squeeze it out. Look at this color, y'all. Do you see this? Look at it on my face. What? This is freaking insane. So as you can see, you kind of have to maneuver it in a special way because it's kind of hard. It's really sticky, but it dries a heck of a lot faster than the Boscia, the black peel off mask. And it also feels a lot better, and it doesn't leave your skin dry. Like when you use a peel off mask, whoa. When you use a peel off mask and you peel it off and everything is like, just feels like you've ripped off a whole layer of your skin. This does not feel like that whatsoever, which is why I like it. We have to be really careful with applying it because it's kind of hard to get an even layer, especially around your nose, but it's even harder on your fingers. I don't know why, but it was so hard to use with my fingers, and it kept sticking to my fingers. I was like, forget it, never doing this with my fingers again. But honestly, if you have an old foundation brush, it works. Okay, now we're gonna go down our forehead. And oh, also you can use this face mask. I believe it said it's like a standard peel off mask. It's like 2 to 3 times a week. You see how it's like really hard to maneuver it around? Like I was thinking this was gonna be kind of like the Glam Glow mask where it's like super pigmented, but it's not. It's out of this is the 3rd time that I'm using it, and it's never been really pigmented unless I like really caked it on. But even then, as you're like moving it around, it's really hard to get it to go where you want it to go. Okay, I think that is it. So you just wait 15 to 20 minutes and it will be completely dry, and I'll show you guys how this peels off. Okay, does anyone love doing this? Like moving your face weird to get the edges of a peel off mask? Ooh. Get all those baby hairs off. Look at how smooth that was to peel it all. Can you believe that? Like, it only has like the teeniest little bit that's left behind, but it is definitely like super smooth. That's like a cooling to the touch sensation. Oh, there's a little bit in my nose. Like my cheeks feel a little bit cool, and it's just so smooth and soft and hydrated. So now let's use the cleanser. So I'm gonna put this onto dry skin, and then I'm gonna rinse it off in the sink so you guys can see what this looks like. I only need to use the teeniest little bit, but you can see it's pretty thick and sticky. Not as sticky as the base mask, but it is up there, and then it gets like this foamy on dry skin, and then you go into the sink with water and it helps to emulsify it, and it also removes your makeup. I'm just gonna use a little bit more for my forehead. Oh, if I can squeeze it out. The hardest part is like this hand is disabled, as you guys can see, and it's hard to squeeze stuff out, but I can't apply it with this hand because then I'm gonna stab myself. And I know what you're thinking, cut your nails, but no, I'm not gonna cut my nails. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so you just apply it like this, removes makeup, impurities, helps with pores, dryness, doesn't make your skin tight or dry, itchy, and you can kind of see how it like foams up just a little bit without any water, and then you rinse it off and it kind of foams up a little bit more, and then when you're rinsing it off it's like really soft and smooth. But I'm gonna rinse this off and then we'll get into the moisturizer. All right, so I just got done rinsing my face off and my skin is so smooth. Like, I don't feel any bumps or pores. I mean, I do feel like my moles and stuff, but like overall, it's just so soft, and I'm so excited for this whole line. I think overall, this is such a good millennial skincare line. I mean, anyone can use this, but like for their target audience that they were trying to hit, I think they nailed it on the head for this. But now we're going to be getting into the moisturizer, which is probably one of my favorites. So I just get a little bit, as you can see, it's like a jelly consistency. And it's so interesting because it just blurs your pores out like nothing that I've ever used before. And it's a moisturizer. It's insane. Ooh, and it's so slippery too. Like, it's a good slippery. It's not like a silicone slippery. My skin is just so hydrated. I don't know if there's a certain way that you need to apply this, but I like applying it by rubbing it in because I love the feeling that it gives when it's all slippery. I wonder what happens if you pat it in. I'm not as satisfied. Look at this. I just look like dewy and wet and glowing, and like my pores, like, all right, time for a zoom in. Look at my pores. I feel like they look so smooth. Like when I turn my head, they're not like craters in my face. Like, oh, and I just can't. I can't. But I don't understand how it goes over makeup. Like, I'm wondering if, like, you're supposed to put some in between your hands, like, rub it together, and then, like, pat it over where you're dry? Is that how you're supposed to use it over makeup? I don't know. Pat it in. Smooth at the baby's bottom. So I'm gonna let this soak in a little bit longer, and then we have the star of the show, in my opinion. If I had to get one thing, it would definitely be the tinted moisturizer, though I don't think they have a huge shade range, and I don't really know how darker skin or lighter skin people would use this, so I'll show you guys this in a minute. All right, last thing in this line is the Color Smart Day Moisturizer that's oil-free. So this is really interesting. So it comes out white like this, and then as you mix it into your skin tone, it turns into a different color. And I have seen these before. This isn't really new to me. Like, as you can tell, it starts to turn like a little pink, and then the more you mix it in, the more it like color adjusts your skin tone. I have seen these before. Like, I know Josie Marin has one. I know a couple other brands have some, but this one I will say probably matches me the best out of everything that I've ever seen. I don't know what it is, but like some of them, they make me look really orange, and some of them really wash me out and give me like a purpley color. So I'm wondering if darker skin tones and lighter skin tones would be able to use this, because like I feel like this is a little bit more color adjusting than other ones that I've tried. And it's really hard to see because I get red when I rub my face. It's just so crazy to me. Oh my god. All right, are you ready for my forehead? My forehead's my favorite part. I don't know why. I just dot it around. Look at that. It literally vanishes right before your eyes. But if you've never seen this before, I bet your mind is blown right now. Because I remember the first time I've seen something like this, it's like color adjusting. And I was like, whoa, this changes the game for everything. But some of them are not as good as other ones. This one is definitely one of my favorites because it just looks really natural. It gives me a glow, and like it just smooths everything out like crazy. All right, so that is it all over my face. It still has like a really nice glow. It looks super smooth. Like as I'm turning my face, like it looks really smooth. There's no like bumps, craters, nothing on my face. I freaking love this. I've used this a few times, like I said earlier. First time I used it, I did not use it with a powder. I just did this, a little bit of concealer, my brows, and then mascara, and I walked out the door, and it lasted pretty freaking well. It did start to crease a little bit in my smile lines, but it didn't crease a ton in my forehead lines, and it stayed pretty well. It didn't separate. It is getting pretty hot in Texas, so having stuff separating on you is very common right now, but it didn't separate or anything, but it's still super, super natural. Like if you're looking for just like an evening out of your skin tone, smoothing everything out, I feel like this definitely does the trick for you without having to really put on a ton of makeup. And the last thing that I'm gonna say is I'm really excited for the skincare line. I think they hit the nail on the head with targeting this with millennial skincare junkies. I love that everything has the safety seal on it, so you know that no one has opened it. I love how it has all the information on the packaging, and I love how the packaging matches. I love how easy this is. I love how it hits all of my concerns. So I have an itch on my nose. So all of my concerns is definitely pores, oiliness, getting dry around my nose, and you know, just like normal mid-20s skin, you know. Like you're not really dealing with like a ton of breakouts, but you're still having like pores, oiliness, occasionally getting dry, evening out your skin tone, texture. I feel like this whole line really hits everything. It looks simple, it looks cute, it's freaking adorable. Like I feel like this, you can just like hook it onto your keychain and you're done. You're going for the day. I really want to try the rest of the line out. If you guys are interested to give me an excuse to buy more of this, let me know, because I do know they have a sleeping mask, they have an essence, they have another tinted moisturizer that's not oil free. It's the more moisturizing one, and I think they have another thing, but those are all online. So if you guys are curious about that, let me know, because I am trying to justify myself into buying this. But like even like my hand, like where I put everything on my hand, is just so like smoothed out and blurred. Can you even see that? That's insane. So I'm really excited. I'm going to be using this to death. But let me know what you guys think about this, and let me know if I should buy more of them, and I'll see you guys in the next video.